Olá pessoal, sejam todos bem-vindos a mais uma live no nosso canal da Twitch. Hoje estamos aqui para mais um episódio, ou mais uns episódios, de L.A Noire. Estamos na segunda live stream. Provavelmente quem está a ver no YouTube está a ver tipo o terceiro ou quarto vídeo, muito provavelmente quarto. A primeira stream foi uma stream bastante grande. Hoje não vai ser uma stream tão grande, começamos um bocadinho mais tarde e vamos acabar um bocadinho mais cedo. Em princípio eu acho que este, se não é, deve ser dos últimos casos da parte. Isto acho que é o último caso do grupo de casos de traffic. Bora.
Phelps, Bukowski, you have a new case. 2 women, possible drink drive.
How is that a case?
The broad says she was doped and that somebody tried to kill her.
Where did this take place?
That's the bit you're gonna love. Right across the street.
What?
A Chevy Styline took a nosedive off the escarpment, fetched up underneath a Cola King billboard. Up to it, boys. We got bad guys to catch.
Straight through the red light. Said she never saw it.
See you later, fellas. Try not to work too hard.
Look at you bantering with the boys. Brings a tear to my eye watching my caterpillar grow wings.
I'm just trying to fit in.
Educated, hardworking, straight as an arrow. Hate to break it to you, Cole, but you'll never fit in this subject.
Posso conduzir este, é across the street. Bora. Olá, Bino. Que é? Oh, puta que o pariu. Como é que se anda ali para dentro? No aparato policial.
Stop just ahead.
Ora. Crash site.
Her face looks familiar.
Well, that's June Ballard, Tarzan's sister, beast of the Amazon. She's married to Guy McAfee. The captain has moved to Vegas now, but the two of them still have juice. Phelps, traffic.
Detective Phelps. Hey, Bukowski. Long time no see.
You could have called this in by megaphone, Enrique. Phelps, this is Enrique Gonzalez.
Olá.
Enrique was a pretty decent middleweight. What do we have, Gonzalez?
Broad drives right through the empty lot and off the side of the escarpment. Her story is that a movie producer doped her and her friend and sent the car over the cliff.
Was anyone hurt?
Driver's beat up. Not too bad considering. If she hadn't hit that billboard, we'd be scraping both of them off the pavement. Passenger's a Jessica Hamilton. She's just a kid. She's pretty knocked around.
Kid gonna be all right?
I think so. They've taken her to central receiving. If you want to take a look around, stall the ambulance.
Thanks. Do that.
One more thing. Watch out for the driver. She cuts rough.
Ok, vamos.
If you're looking for the coroner, he's down by the crash site.
Ok. Vamos lá em baixo primeiro. Vamos lá abaixo primeiro. Ver se não caímos.
You'll want to see this, Phelps. There, laid out on the trunk. And that isn't even the best part.
Oh. Como é que se faz? Uma cueca. Rasgada. Oh.
They've been torn off. Where did you find them?
They were stuffed in the young lady's handbag. I'll run a trace for semen when I get back to the lab.
Oh. That's not good. Not good. Uma carta? Please come home.
She's a long way from home.
O que é que tem aqui? License plate, né? Posso ver lá dentro? Deixa-me ver lá dentro. Sangue. Deve ter amarrado com os cornos no...
Looks like they're lucky they weren't more badly injured.
Must have been unconscious. Being relaxed tends to lessen the soft tissue damage.
Ora, falar com ele.
Drunk driver?
Maybe not.
How so?
Well, a head I found without a body piqued my interest. See what you think.
Alas, poor Yorick. I knew him, Horatio. Is it real?
No. I think it's supposed to be a replica of an Indian shrunken head. It's some kind of curio or movie prop. See the casting marks?
What's it made from?
Plaster of Paris would be my first guess, then painted.
So we can rule out the murder angle?
No, you can rule that in. That thing was wedging the accelerator to the floor. Whoever did it wanted these women dead.
Creepy.
How does someone manage to tip their ride straight off a cliff? If the driver's in a fit state, we should ask.
I'm stumped. Ideas?
How does someone manage to tip their ride straight off a cliff?
But I think I've seen it all.
If the driver's in a fit state, we should ask.
Bora, siga, bora falar com ela. Clica sem querer no quadrado, por acaso. Fat fingering do caralho. E onde é que ela estava? Na ambulância, eles disseram, né? É. Bora.
Mrs. McAfee, we would like to ask you a few questions, if that's okay.
I prefer to use my maiden name, June Ballard. You might be familiar with some of my work.
No?
Can you tell us what happened here?
You're kind of cute for a cop. Maybe a bit on the serious side.
What about me, June? I'm a big fan of
You? I don't like. Keep out of this.
We understand that you're still suffering from the effects of the accident, Mrs. McAfee. The officer says that you claimed that you were drugged. Who did this to you?
That rat slipped us a Mickey Finn.
Mikey Finn?
It's no wonder I feel so dopey. I can't remember.
Who drugged you, Mrs. McAfee?
Começamos
You
bem.
really are a cute detective, but a little too naive for my taste.
What can you tell us about the passenger in your car?
Jessica Hamilton. Poor Jessica. It's been a rough day for her. She's desperate to break into movies. What more can I say?
How old is Jessica, Mrs. Ballard?
I couldn't say how old Jessica is. Old enough, sweetheart, as the saying goes.
Tá a correr bem isto hoje.
We found a shrunken head. It was used to tamper with your car.
You see, I normally don't drive off cliffs. The last thing I remember is getting behind the wheel.
It's obviously some kind of movie prop. You must know where it came from.
In case you hadn't noticed, I am the talent. And the talent doesn't deal with props or sets or any of that kind of stuff. Why don't you ask Mark Bishop which prop house he uses?
You mentioned a Mark Bishop. You think he might have had something to do with this?
He is a movie producer. As for his involvement, you just leave it to me and my husband to worry about.
It's not going to play that way, Mrs. McAfee. We'll take it from there.
Relax, detective. You're not nearly as cute when you're mad.
Mrs. McAfee, I think it would be in everyone's best interest if you accompanied Patrolman Gonzalez back to the receiving hospital.
I'm being taken in?
You could say that.
On what grounds?
On the grounds that you are under the influence of narcotics and that you are withholding information from the police.
My husband is going to want a word with you, Sonny Jim.
I think we're good here. Let's go see what we can shake out of the kid.
Puta que pariu, bro. Está a começar bem isto.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Do we know where we're going?
Onde tu acabaste de dizer?
KGPL to car 11K, 11 King. The car crash victim has regained consciousness at Central Receiving Hospital.
Podes streamar esse jogo na Twitch? Se colocar o jogo para adulto, consigo. Este microfone hoje está esquisito. Não consegue girar muito facilmente. Uma folga do caralho. Tenho que ver isto.
Hello, Detective Phelps, here to interview a Jessica Hamilton.
Jessica Hamilton. Oh, yes. She's in the room right behind you, Detective.
You can't hold me here. No! I don't need to be
Feeling better since this morning, Jessica?
I need my lawyer.
A little.
Hey,
My
where
head
is the
still feels
telephone?
swimming.
Do you know who I am?
Hello, Jessica. My name is Cole Phelps. I'm a policeman. I'd like to talk to you about your accident, if that's okay.
Okay.
Can you tell me what you remember about the crash?
It's all kind of fuzzy. I remember waking up here. Nothing happened yesterday.
Nothing happened.
Tell the truth, Jessica. Why the big cover-up?
I'm not lying to you.
We found your underwear in your handbag, Jessica. You need to tell us what happened.
The doctor told me what happened. I didn't want that. I just wanted to be a star, to be in movies. I told Junie what happened, and she told me to toughen up. That was the price of stardom.
Did she now, cold-hearted bitch?
It's not Junie's fault. It's not my first time. I had a boyfriend back home, but my father found out about him.
Even if you consented, Jessica, you're still underage. We need to get in touch with your parents, Jessica, to tell them what has happened.
Oh, you don't need to worry them. They sent me along to stay with Aunt June. They trust her to take care of me.
E a carta?
You're lying, Jessica. How are we going to make this right if you lie to us?
Please, Detective, why would I lie to you?
Because you're a runaway, Jessica, and you don't have your parents' permission to be here. Now, do you want to tell me what really happened?
I went with Junie to this strange place. It's difficult to remember. Someone gave me a drink to calm my nerves, and then I felt faint. I think I must have passed out.
How did you meet Mr. Bishop?
Well, Junie is a big movie star. You probably know that. She's doing a new movie.
Querida.
What's the story with Bishop and Mrs. McAfee? Why does he want the two of you dead?
That can't be true. Mr. Bishop seemed very happy today. I mean, yesterday.
And that's why he wedged a shrunken head against the accelerator pedal and punted the two of you over an escarpment?
I overheard Junie speaking to him on the phone a couple of times. Screaming, really. She can be very hard sometimes, Junie. But they seemed okay yesterday, like they worked it out.
I know what happened to you, Jessica. Where exactly did it take place?
Please, it's scary. It's really difficult to think of anything.
God damn it, tell the truth, Jessica.
I am telling the truth. I don't know where the place is. I barely know this city.
You don't ask, you never find out. Someone tried to kill you, Jessica. Do you get it? Forget about being in movies. It's time to act like a grown-up.
I had to wear a robe and lay down on a stone. There were lights, a camera. It's not my fault. I'm not a bad girl. Why are you trying to hurt me?
Thank you, Jessica. You've been a big help. Here's my card. If you think of anything or you need some help, just get in touch, okay?
Okay.
E temos outfit novo.
I think it might be a good idea if you went back home till you felt better, Jessica.
I couldn't do that, officer. What if I got the part and I wasn't there?
It's the tale of this town, Cole. Lambs that go willingly to slaughter. Who the hell is that?
Must be her lawyer. He certainly expedited her release.
I don't like it, Cole. Why is she in such a hurry?
Pois.
We should follow her.
Eu acho que ela... Isso assim.
There she goes. Come on.
Ballard is definitely up to something. She seems to have made a remarkably speedy recovery. Get in there and see what she's up to.
Dá para esconder com o jornalista, eu lembro. Acho que isto estava direito a um achievement. Que eu já devo ter conseguido.
No, I don't want him taught a lesson. You know what I want. Well, then make someone else do it. You still know people out here, don't you? Then make some calls. I'm going to be very clear about this. You get this done, or I'm... Wilson's Hotel. Mr. Mark Bishop, that son of a bitch, lives in apartment 803.
Ui.
Sure, I got the film.
So what's the story? I'm guessing she didn't stop for light refreshments.
She made a call. Sounds like Mark Bishop has a heap of trouble headed his way. I've got an address. Wilson's Hotel, apartment 803.
Oh, shit. You better step on it.
If he's got any sense, he'll be as far away from home as possible.
If he had any sense, he wouldn't have tried bumping off Guy McAfee's wife in the first place. Or he'd have done the job properly. McAfee will break a fella's legs just for looking at his broad the wrong way.
What did you make of the kid? You believe her story?
I think she was doped out of her tiny mind and given the casting couch. That fucking bitch Ballard sold her out.
So if Ballard was doing someone a favor, why did they try to kill her?
centering into the 415 possible mental case at 7th and Flower, unit to handle code 3 identified.
All units in the vicinity in car 11K, 11 King, a 415 in progress at apartment 803, Wilson's Apartment Hotel, 1220 West 7th Street, Westlake Park. 11K code 3, all other units code 2. KGPL clear.
Gun it! Let's get to the apartment before someone gets hurt.
Se houvesse um GPS, chegávamos lá mais depressa, né? Isso eu aposto. Olha, Brita.
You the cops? I tried to stop them. It's room 803, left out of the elevator.
Sounds like we're about to make it a hat trick of hysterical female witnesses.
Ou vai dar tiroteio ou vai dar porrada.
Give it up, LAPD! I'm about to break your goddamn jaw. All right, shouldn't have tangled with me, friend.
I curse you and your children.
Bro.
Last warning.
Superman punch. Ping.
Are you injured, Mrs. Bishop?
I'm all right now. Those horrible, awful men.
Perhaps you should sit down, ma'am.
Yes, yes. Forgive me, officers. I'm very flushed. I'll just sit down for a moment.
That's perfectly normal, ma'am. Take a moment while we look around.
Yes.
Primeiro que era o meu chapéu. Where the fuck is my head?
Mess.
Yeah.
It would take a smarter man than me to connect that.
O Novo Testamento. Oh, tem muito a ver, não. Gay Cowboys. To Mark.
Presented to Mark.
Nelly. Uma chegou para a crina do pônei. Isto é o quê? Um batom?
This doesn't pertain to the case.
Oi? Um cheque?
What do you have to do to earn $20,000?
Puta. Nope. Para, meu. $20.000? Foda-se, nesta altura era dinheiro como o filho da puta. Deixa-me ver a cozinha. Ah, não é cozinha, é escritório. Guito.
Junk.
Junk? Não, Guito. Guanaco. Não parece ter nada a ver com o caso.
Looks like the old movie set downtown.
Oh.
Great Wall of Babylon. A replica of a replica.
Uma réplica da réplica.
Maybe if... No.
Keychain. As colheres de pau. Yeah. Ele enforcou alguém, tipo... Não tem mais nada. Nunca se sabe o que é que uma cozinha pode esconder. Novo. Olá.
Looks like a mermaid in the background. Silver screen.
Who are these men in the picture?
My husband, Mark, and Marlon Hopgood. They work together on occasion. That's Hopgood's shop.
Well, vamos falar com a Pina.
Those men, I think they work for Guy McAfee. Do you know the name?
No. Why should I?
June Ballard is married to Guy McAfee. Have you heard of her?
That slut. She's been badgering my husband for days.
Mrs. McAfee alleges that your husband tried to kill her and her friend last night. I think you should tell us what you know.
My husband's a movie producer. This has something to do with his new picture. He doesn't include me in his business.
June Ballard said she had a deal to be in his new picture.
Mark repeatedly told her no. He had Joan Leslie lined up for the role. That's how he got the finance. June made all kinds of threats. She was very rude to me.
You know June Ballard?
We were both on the same picture a few years back. That's how I met my husband.
Where can we find your husband, ma'am?
He told me he would be on set. That's all I know.
Either we find him or McAfee's people do, Mrs. Bishop. If you care for him, you should make sure that we find him first.
I do care for him. But I don't really know where he'd go if he were in trouble. Hopgood might know.
Why is your husband paying Lorna Hopgood $20,000?
Lorna? Marlon's ex-wife? Are you sure?
Your husband looks like he's being blackmailed. They obviously have something on him if he's prepared to kill to cover it up. Why is the payment going to Hopgood and not McAfee?
Lorna works at a check-cashing place in Hollywood. You need to ask Hopgood why he needs that much money in cash.
Your husband was at a casting yesterday with a young girl?
Not that I know of. He told me he was looking at locations. The picture's been cast.
Jessica remembered a mermaid. The mermaid on the front of the prop store. You better come clean with me.
This is a sick town, Detective. Are you sure you really want to know? The truth is, my husband likes them young.
And you think that's okay?
I was 16 when I first met him. I thought he was a genius, a magician with film. I was 20 before I realized he was just a B-movie hack. But he's nothing compared to some of the monsters at these big studios. My guess is Ballard sacrificed her little friend. Happens to a lot of girls.
Your husband is in trouble. It could go easier for him if you were more helpful, Mrs. Bishop.
He's a big boy, Detective, and so are you. This is Hollywood. There's always a deal to be done.
Isso é verdade. Ai.
Operator, give me dispatch.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need a location on a silver screen prop store.
Just a moment. Silver Screen Props, corner 3rd and Figueroa.
Thanks, ma'am.
O que é que nós temos? Isto. Ora.
An aging movie star, a wannabe
is
star,
Chappelle.
a producer's wife. They're finally rubbing shoulders with the almost rich and famous.
And from the stories they've given us, clearly none of them can act. You're behind the wheel.
Mrs. Bishop knows more than she's letting on.
She doesn't seem to realize how much trouble her husband is in. The LAPD are the least of their worries right now.
You'd think she'd have gotten the hint after those hatchet men redecorated her apartment.
Maybe she's just loyal.
Or she's in on it. She didn't seem like your average giddy broad with nothing between the ears.
Or she might just be trying to buy enough time for Bishop to put a couple of oceans between him and McAfee.
BRB. Estamos de volta. E chegamos. Tipo, só aqui a resolver a coisa do microfone que estava bué da solta, agora já está direitinho. Bora. Anda urso.
Phelps and Bukowski, LAPD. We are investigating the attempted murder of June Ballard and Jessica Hamilton.
Christ. I'm Marlon Hopgood. How can I help?
You hold castings here?
How'd you hear about that? I got a little soundstage out back.
Lead the way.
Lead the way. The thing is, do you know the way? Os sets atrás para os filmes. Giro.
Keep him here, Stefan. I'm going to take a look around.
What's this got to do with me?
Don't try my patience, knucklehead.
Ora bem. Bonecas iguais à que foram encontradas no local. Mais uma. The fuck is this?
Doping a 15-year-old kid and abusing her in a screen test. What is wrong with these people?
Chloral hydrant poisoned. Oi?
Turn off the lights, Hopgood.
Why would I want to do that?
Humor him.
Oh.
One-way mirrors. There's a room on the other side.
Ou seja, eles andavam a filmar pinança aqui.
Find a way into that peep den, Phelps. I'll stay here and keep our pervert company.
Circumstantial.
It can't be that way, Phelps. You couldn't fit a rat through there.
Aqui também? Mais cenas destas. Olha um jornal. Já não encontramos há algum tempo.
Listen, I have to call you back. I got some business here.
Sit down, Courtney. This is Mickey. Mickey, this is Courtney Sheldon. What would you like to drink?
Scotch. Straight up.
I hear you're back at school learning to be a doctor, kid.
Yes. That's right, Mr.
So
Cohen.
you want to be a doctor and a dope peddler. Interesting combination, huh?
Do we have a problem, Mr. Cohen?
We might have, yeah. Selling your dope to my boy Lenny looked like a good move, but Lenny has been supplying, wholesale, so to speak. The Bindle boys in this town aren't used to the juice without a little of the middleman taking his cut.
Lenny promised that wouldn't happen, Mr. Cohen. And Lenny works for you.
What can I say about Lenny? Let me think. Oh yeah, he's a putz. And he's lazy, and he's greedy, but he's my wife's brother. And how can you make a cake with those ingredients, huh?
So how is that my problem, Mr. Cohen?
Well, kid, the only way we're going to be able to make this work is to do some repackaging. We need to get the dope out of those dinky little cardboard boxes and...
Surrettes.
Yeah, Surrettes. Great. We can put it into a big vat so we can water it down a little bit.
I won't bore you with the chemistry, but it doesn't work that way.
you're likely to kill even more people.
Okay, listen. We want to buy you out, kid. I'll offer you 50 grand. Hey. Hey! You don't like my offer? The Sheldon kid? I think I want him dead.
Oh. Weird. Foda-se, mas é preciso um loading tão grande?
So this is where you sprang from.
Sim, senhora. Oh! Ha! Pintura para simular, bro. Olha os cabrõezinhos. Uma série. Picture. Jungle Drums.
Jungle Drums. 8th and Francisco. Attention, Mark Bishop.
E dá para abrir? Não. Mark Bishop. Jessica Hamilton. Não vai estar aqui dentro.
So what happened to the film of Hamilton's screen test?
Booze. Aqui são as miúdas. Está para ver para a casa de banho. Aqui é que dá para ver lá para dentro. Vamos falar com o outro. Olá, Association with Bishop.
You ever do any work for Mark Bishop?
Mainly do work for the studios. RKO, Republic, Warner Brothers. So yeah, when Bishop is doing work for a studio, yes.
When did you last see him?
Now I'm doing work for his next picture. Still pre-production though. Haven't seen him around here in a while.
Empty canister. Mark Bishop last report to be on set. Filme. Vamos arriscar.
He was here yesterday, and something happened that pushed him over the edge. You're holding out on us, Hopgood.
You know, I have very good connections with the Vice Squad.
Yeah, well, there's a surprise.
They won't appreciate you coming in here and strong-arming me.
McAfee's men are looking for Bishop. We need to find him first. Any idea where he might have gone to ground?
If he really tried to kill McAfee's wife, my advice to him would be to leave town.
You have something on him, and now you're going to rat him out to McAfee's goons.
And how do you figure that, brain boy?
A cena dele dizer que está no set.
I never liked Bishop. He always made out like he was better than everybody else. He was no better than any of the other big shot creeps who came in here.
That's all for now, Hopgood. We're taking you in.
Phelps. Roy Earl, ad vice. Hold on a moment. This is clearly a vice case. You've been roughing up my informant?
Hopgood is a vice informer?
Yes, he is, Phelps, and a very important one. Look at that mug. Have you been upsetting these two officers, Marlon?
So we just drop it?
You do if you know what's good for you. You need to catch the movie producer before an angry husband does, from what I'm hearing.
I'll be making a full report to the captain, Detective.
You do that, kid. We're all very impressed with you.
Let it slide, Cole. Let's get out of here.
Corrupção?
Detectives.
Johnny Goldberg. You work for Mickey C.
That's right, detectives.
You wouldn't happen to know the guys who roughed up Mrs. Bishop earlier today by any chance?
No, not us. We don't do that kind of thing. It's the husband we'd like to talk to.
This is a police matter. You don't want to be taken in for obstruction of justice, do you, boys?
You could try the obstruction rap, but it won't stick. We could beat that.
You've had your 10 cents worth, gentlemen.
Bishop knows how the world works. Mrs. McAfee hits him up for a movie part. Happens every day. But Bishop takes it a step too far and tries to rub out Mrs. McAfee. Naturally, Guy is going to get upset.
What made you think Bishop would be here?
We figure he might be planning a little accident for Hopgood, too. Those two guys have got some unfinished business. You let us know if you find Bishop. Guy McAfee can be a very generous man.
I'm only going to warn you once, gentlemen. Stay out of this. This is a police matter. We will be bringing Mark Bishop into custody.
At least he's polite. Kind of dumb, but polite.
But I'm a lot less polite, you smug son of a bitch. So let me put it in ruder terms that even a pair of blockheads like you might understand. The only reason that you don't have bars on your windows already is because you're small fry. And we don't waste our time on small fry. You stay away from Bishop, and you stay away from me. Is that clear enough for you, asshole? Now run along back to your boss so we can pat you on the head and tell you what good boys you are.
Ui, que isto é uma corrupção dentro da polícia.
I don't think they like your little pep talk, Bukowski.
Oh, shit! Get us out of here!
Olha. Fotomode.
I can't take the shot from here, Cole.
They really don't want anybody getting to Bishop before they do.
I'll try for the tires. Keep your foot down.
Ai, a mulher.
We need to lose those fools, Phelps.
I need to be closer, Cole.
Mais perto que isto é impossível.
Make a move! Duck's here!
Let's see him chase us now. Onto the movie set, Phelps. Let's roll.
Oh, Christ. And they say working traffic is like watching paint dry.
You know how to piss people off, Bukowski.
Hey, if they're prepared to gun down cops in broad daylight, McAfee really means business.
Seems like we're the only...
meu querido.
Out of the car! Police!
Not in your life, Buster.
Vamos daquele...
I have a good mind just to let him go work on the son of a bitch. I'm about done putting my life on the line to protect some child molester.
That's our job, unfortunately. They don't get to dole out the justice.
Tá muito longe, não? Deixa eu ver. Ia com caralho. Deixa eu ver onde é que é o movie set. Jungle Drums 7.
There's the slippery bastard now.
No. God damn it!
Mark Bishop, stop! LAPD!
Get him, Phelps. I'll cover the exit. 11K calling KGPL, requesting assistance at 8th and Francisco, the abandoned movie set. My partner is pursuing suspect on foot. Code 3, KGPL.
We're trying to help you, Bishop!
This is all a big mistake!
Não fujas, anda aqui, bro.
It's us or McAfee's boys. Your choice.
I didn't do anything!
Então, por que é que estás a correr? Ai, Jesus.
Get the hell out of here, you goddamn...
Bishop,
Ai, se
that's
te
enough!
apanham.
That girl made it all up!
Espera aí, porque é que ele está a fugir cá para cima? Dizia no way out, caralho. Ai, ai, ai.
Don't make this any harder on yourself, Bishop.
It's June Ballard! She's blackmailing me!
Hands in the air, Bishop! Move another inch and you're dead. Mark Bishop, you're under arrest for the attempted murder of June Ballard and the rape and attempted murder of Jessica Hamilton.
All right, I'll come quietly. Just don't kill me. If you found me, then McAfee's goons will too. Oh, we need to get out of here.
Oh, shit.
All right, but you stay close. Any tricks, and I'll save McAfee's boys the trouble.
Follow me. I know another way out of this place.
Ai, bro, tanta gente. E uma merda bugada que passou à frente do ecrã também.
Christ, detective, they're trying to kill me!
Last chance to back the hell down!
Pimba mesmo na boca.
It's this way.
Parecia Tarkov, bro. Ai, sorry. Espera aí, que eu já agora pego nesta
McAfee doesn't make the rules. You hear me?
Que isto seja.
Kill them, for God's sake! I don't want to die!
Oh, man. Pimba. Ah, só tenho capacete.
There's no way out of here. I thought you said you knew where you were going.
We have to jump for it.
Nunca percebi como é que se carrega isto aqui.
Is this really the best McAfee's got?
Omigan.
Come on, it's this way.
Aí ele vai.
Oh my God, they're everywhere.
Shit, really hurts.
You have to get me out of here. There's a ladder leading to the ground.
Usa leather, homem.
For the love of God, how many are there?
Ah, tu estás tipo aí só
Get him
chilling.
over here, I'll cover you! Come on, the cavalry's here!
A cavalry's aqui. Chegou a tracer, bro.
I don't want to die here.
Não vais morrer. Don't worry.
Those barrels at the base of the elephant column. They're full of gasoline. Shoot them quickly. This is all balanced. Stay down.
Hey, bro.
Follow me. We need to get him to the car.
There's an army of them. We're done for.
Find some cover.
I should have known that bitch was trouble.
Get him to the car. I can cover you from here. You're almost there.
Ah, ok, aqueles são nossos, desculpa aí, bro.
Weapons on the ground, now!
Já está. Oh yeah, boy!
Now, this is what I call a result. Mark Bishop, erstwhile film producer, an all-around piece of shit, catches a fast ticket to Quentin for statch rape and attempted murder. So he gets to spend the next 15 years playing sissy instead of sticking it to little girls. That is justice with a capital J, Detective Phelps. Developed such a reputation, I'm not going to be able to hold on to you any longer. You're getting promoted.
Oh,
Go
yeah.
on, get your new assignment. It was good working with you, son.
Nice. Fomos promovidos. Vamos para aqui, Homicide. Oh, isto mesmo.
Phelps, Bukowski, this your work?
Can I help you, Detective?
Sorry, Cap. Didn't see you there.
Yeah, I'll bet you did. This is a traffic case. You need something?
I'm here to buy a drink for the 2 LAPD traffic cops who broke the back of Guy McAfee's private army. You don't have a problem with that, do you, Captain?
Go right ahead.
Get in. I'm buying. You'll like this place. A lot of movie people hang out here. You like jazz, Cole? The hopheads love it.
Sure, I guess.
Big bands and swing I can understand, but this bebop palaver? How are you supposed to dance to that? This is Phelps, Leroy. Be nice to him. You'll like this place. They treat you right.
You like a table, Roy?
What do you think we want to do? Stand at the bar like
I'll
chumps?
get a table ready for you.
Don't look so happy to see me, Alphonse. I might get the wrong impression. Cole, this is Alphonse. He's a French Negro from Africa. Can you beat that?
The Congo.
A pleasure to meet you, Alphonse.
Is Elsa singing tonight?
Yes, she is. She has the next set.
Come on, Cole. You can meet Elsa while they're fixing us a table. You'll like her. She's something else.
Maybe another night, Roy. She's pretty beat up about it.
Get your hands off me. Don't ever tell me what to do or what not to do, Alphonse. You got a nice club here. Don't spoil it.
If you will follow me, detectives. Just through the door.
Pouco rude este. E corrupto.
He was my only real friend, Harlan. We went through it all. Do you realize what he meant to me?
Of course I do.
You have no idea. You said it was construction work.
It was an industrial accident, Elsa. How can I be held responsible?
Elsa, are you going on?
Louis, for God's sake, he was my best friend. The only man who ever loved me without putting his hands on me.
Hi, Elsa. Here's someone I'd like you to meet. Cole Phelps, war hero and crime fighter extraordinaire.
And why would I want to meet another fascist from the LAPD?
Sorry about this, Cole. What an evening I'm having. First a Negro puts his hands on me, and then this. Who do you think you're talking to, you German junkie whore? Don't you ever forget your place with me again. Do you hear me? Evening, Doc. How's business?
Sanguine. Louis, help me here. I'm gonna have to give her something before her performance.
Blow it off, Cole. These artsy-fartsy types always get a little flighty. Meet Dr. Harlan Fontaine, doctor to the stars. Mr. Fix-It to the mental wreckage of Hollywood.
Ow.
So what about that drink, boys?
Este gajo quatro estrelinhas. Promoted homicide desk. Nice. Traffic, complete your actions. Have earned you a promotion. Prepare for reassignment. The case is thin without Alrighty. Seis meses depois? Caralho. The Red Lipstick Murder. Vamos chegar à parte que ou eu sou banido da Twitch ou não sou banido da Twitch. Vocês já vão perceber por aqui.
All right, gentlemen, take your seats. Let's get this over before lunch. Floyd Rose of the Homicide Squad has decided to take early retirement. We will all miss Floyd and the steely edge he brought to his police work. The department has arranged a wee drink at the Galway Arms to quench the mighty thirst a man gets from 25 years of police work. Floyd's departure leaves a place at the top table, and the chief has seen fit to promote Cole Phelps from burglary to the homicide desk. Stand up, Phelps. Take a chair. You're in the major leagues now, Sonny. Rusty Galloway, a fine lawman of the old school, will be taking you under his wing. Your first case is the murder of a woman, found last night and bearing all the signs of the werewolf. Get out to the scene, lads.
Complete the desk unlocks the streets of hell, allowing you patrol the city. You know. Okay.
Do you have the address?
It's been all over KGPL. It's off Temple Street, between Belmont and Glendale.
Okay. Outfit. Este é o novo fatinho que nós ganhamos, por isso. Carrinho novo. Carrinho novo. Novo e mais rápido.
What happened to Rose?
Parker wants the chief's job. Word is it's either going to be him or Thad Goon. So they're both clearing the deck.
So where does that leave you, Galloway?
Leaves me saddled with a chump like you, Phelps. I didn't ask for you, and I don't want you, so keep it to yourself. See if you can learn something about seeing how a real cop operates.
What did he mean by the werewolf?
The Dahlia. The Daily News came out calling him the werewolf killer. The Examiner came up with the Black Dahlia.
Are we any closer to catching him?
Not a chance. 6 months and hundreds of guys running down leads, and we got nothing.
You don't think this has anything to do with it?
Ooh. No, I don't. 90% of murders are domestic, Phelps. Some guy gets into a beef with his wife, he takes it too far.
Vamos a este, pois já não vamos há muito tempo.
But cutting someone in half and leaving them off the sidewalk, that's a one-off.
Car 16L reports a possible jumper at 8th and Hope. The Methodist
Ih,
Church
tiroteio.
unit to handle code.
Dead plunge. Ah, vai-se a revelar, curto.
I'll do it! So help me God, I'll jump!
You need to get up there. Let me do the talking, Detective. I know a ton of this psychology stuff. You take the back alley and find a way up there.
Come on, Phelps, let's get moving.
You jumping? Make sure
Cada
you warn me
desk
before you
tem
do.
street. Yeah. Cada desk tem coisinhas diferentes.
You think this thing can hold you, Rusty?
I'll bring you down with me, Phelps. Come on then, Lightfoot.
No offense, but I don't want you splashed on my shoes.
Are you crazy? What are you trying to do?
I remember my first jumper.
This what you wanted?
I can't do it. I'll come quietly, I need some help. Please. You gotta get me some help.
Wow.
You're a danger to yourself and to others.
E choça com ele. Hospital psiquiátrico. Ué. Bora.
Can you drive to this one?
Oh yeah, boy. Oh yeah, boy. Apesar de quais próximos jogos vais trazer, já disse. Vamos trazer GTA V a seguir a isto e vamos trazer outro joguinho que vai ser da Rockstar também. Que eu não vou dizer qual é. Para já.
How about a scoop for the Examiner, Galloway? You could use some good press.
Another tramp, another message. Is the werewolf back in business, boys?
Do you have a mother, asshole? A sister? How about showing some respect for this poor woman? Let us do our job, and Detective Galloway will give you a statement later.
He's good, Rusty. He even sounds genuine.
That's Phelps, guys. The war hero. Defending the honor of murdered humps.
You're used to it, Phelps. Move it along, guys. You got your pictures, you got your headlines. Now scram.
Ok. E agora acho que vocês percebem porque é que eu digo que vou ser banido da Twitch, né? Ai, se eu for banido. Alguém vai ouvir.
Yes, sir. Well, part of it. Kids park here, they use it like a lover's lane. It's a working neighborhood. Some trouble, but nothing like this. It's known locally as the Moors.
You were first on the scene?
Yes, Detective.
No one's disturbed the body?
No, sir. We cleared out them vulture reporters so Pinker and the coroner could work. They're waiting to talk to you.
Go house to house and see what you come up with.
Seis.
Carruthers.
Phelps. You make homicide?
Looks like it. Galloway has been making me feel welcome.
I bet he has.
Has the scene been secured?
Patrolman Houlihan saw to it. The victim's personal effects are still where they fell.
Cause of death?
It could be the head injuries. She has been badly...
What caused the blunt force injury to the face?
Could be anything from a baseball bat to a lug wrench. I'll have more details after the autopsy.
What about this wound on the finger?
Something removed. A ring, most likely. I assume it was taken post-mortem.
Interesting. What does the writing on the victim mean?
BD. Like Dahlia? Tex? Your guess is as good as mine. Could be something to it, or it could be the killer's trying to throw you off the scent. Either way, I'll run tests on the lipstick.
Any idea of the time of death?
From the temperature, I'd say after midnight. I'll confirm with you later.
Temos aqui isto. Temos uma escova. É para a carina do cavalo. E temos a mala.
The victim's bag?
O que é que nós temos? O batom.
Looks brand new. Can't be the one used on the body.
Mais alguma coisa aqui? Não. Ei, globo?
Looks like some kind of puzzle or parlor game.
Ah, ok. É, tem de ser alinhado com o de baixo. Ok. Dois assim. Dois assim. Dois assim. E
The Bomba Club.
The Bomba.
Why steal a table lighter?
Alrighty. Tem alguma coisa para aqui, né? Não. Faz isto.
What can you tell me about the shoe prints?
Men's size 8s. Pinker lifted impressions for me to compare back at the lab.
Can we get to the Bomba? A man could die of thirst in a case like this.
Vamos para o Bomba Club. Salta, Phelps! O que é? Dá para entrar nisto? É.
Great. How are we gonna look getting around in this thing, Cole?
Vamos só entrar nos carros para catalogar. Não, vai nesta, entra. Bora.
The werewolf?
For my money, a copycat.
We can't rule it out. We need to work the evidence.
You'd love that, wouldn't you? A big head to hang on your wall. The caller of the decade. They've been working evidence on BD case for 6 months and got nicks.
There's a difference, Rusty.
Oh, yeah?
I just started working it today.
Okay, hotshot. What's more likely? The werewolf comes back around, leaving us a note on a corpse?
He clearly has a thing for power. Power over women. Why not power over the police department as well?
Let me finish, Phelps. A guy opens his mouth again after 6 months of stum. Or some opportunist who's been reading about the BD figures, he'll rip off the MO and get himself a freebie.
That's not totally fantastical.
You know, the Examiner and the Daily News might be good at coming up with monikers, but they're terrible for police work. There's a reason we didn't get the son of a bitch after the short murder. It was them, locusts.
Where do you think the werewolf killer is now?
Breathe, Phelps. Breathe, damn it! Dead by his own hand, stationed somewhere else with the armed forces. San Quentin, another town, another country, who knows? So, Phelps, I understand you want to turn this into a big case, but it doesn't work like that, all right? A case will come and find you. Can't make it something it ain't, understand?
So you don't think the werewolf has continued to operate in the Los Angeles area?
No chance. We would have found him.
All units in the vicinity in any Central unit. A 211 is
Shots fired.
410 South Flower Street. Units at Canada Code 3 identified.
Anda frente, caralho. Shots fired é comigo, mano. Ai, o carro. Ai, o carro. Conduz tão bem. Às vezes. Whoop, whoop. Começa a andar a polícia. Ai, ai. Você trava de mão. Não funciona. Tianos.
All units in the vicinity in any Central unit.
Tables have turned now, haven't they, boys?
Hey, look, old man, we're sorry. Just quit shooting.
The hell I will. I'm getting pretty tired of losing my weekly take to you punks.
Ain't gonna last long in a tin shack.
What the fuck did he go? Ah.
God damn it, they went down there. Damn them, this is a $30 suit.
Levaste uma puta nesses olhos, moço. Ai, caralho.
Wear overalls for this job.
Kill a cop, and it's the electric chair.
Bem mesmo no olho.
This is car 11K. Shots fired at South Flower Street, Scott's Garage. It's code 4 here, but suspect is down. I need an ambulance and coroner.
11K, roger on the ambulance and coroner. All units, 11K reports code 4 on the shooting at 410 South Flower Street.
You can drive.
Garage, code 4.
Bamba Club.
So, how's your tuna fish salad?
Gentlemen, what can I get you?
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. Were you working here last night?
Yes. How can I help, officer?
You can start with your name.
Garrett Mason.
You're the regular bartender on nights?
I'm a temporary barman. I work for an agency. I fill in at bars across town.
Do you remember a woman who came in here last night? 5'7", about 110 pounds, blonde hair, about 40 years of age.
You mean Celine Henry?
Yes. Do you know anything about her?
I don't. But the owner, Mr. McCall, serves her most nights. Would you like to speak to him?
I would.
He sits at the back of the club. Wears a hibiscus. You can't miss him. Is there anything else?
Fire away, Phelps. I'll stay here. I'm a little parched. Pour me 3 fingers of rye.
Oh, vai ficar a emborcar aquele.
Just don't know how to dance to bebop.
Where's that goddamn weight?
Detective Phelps, LAPD. We're investigating the murder of Celine Henry. Do you know her?
Celine?
You going to pay for that?
Sure, I know her. She and I and...
house,
Jacob, her husband, we go way back.
She was here last night?
Pour me another.
Sure, she's a regular. Selena's... was a...
Lovely woman.
Lovely
Pretty woman.
Was Mrs. Henry here with anyone last night?
Not at first. Selene already had quite a head start.
But she attracted attention?
Certainly. A few gentlemen became very enamored with her and her stories. One guy in particular.
How about a name? This is a murder beef, McCall. You don't want any adverse publicity for this place, do you?
If I had names, I would give them to you. I like Selene. I'd like to see you get whoever did this. Clear on that?
Começa bem. Começa muito bem.
Mrs. Henry appeared to be missing a ring, torn from her finger, but not her wedding finger.
Selene always wore a red garnet ring on the large side. Larger than life, like Selene herself.
Did she have it a long time?
Sure. Since way back in her flying days.
Did her husband buy it for her?
No, it was before Jacob.
I think you know where the ring came from, and I think you're going to tell me.
Okay. I bought it years ago. I carried a torch for Selene in those days. Guess I always have. Her old man never knew about it.
You know the husband?
Sure I know Jacob. He was in the Corps. He met Selene on a furlough and married her when the war was finished. He put up with a load of shit.
Do you think he killed his wife?
No. No, not in my opinion.
Was he ever violent with her?
For this?
Selene came in here last night looking like she'd taken a slap. They don't live together anymore, so it might not have been him.
McCall, you said you liked her, and yet you've been no help at all. I want Celine's address.
142 North Union. Now get the hell out of my bar.
Caralho, pá. Foda-se. Acertamos uma só.
Sam is taking...
Let's get out of here.
Hey, what's the hurry? My stool was just starting to warm up nicely.
Então, ele tem
You find the
alguma
booze
coisa?
helps you get through a working day?
Sharpens my investigatory instincts, Phelps.
A smart lawyer might use that to throw out anything you collect today.
A smart man might know it's unwise to stand between the patient and his medicine.
As long as you're not falling over, Rusty, I'll let it slide.
That's mighty kind of you, Phelps. You know, you picked the wrong job if a healthy thirst offends you, Cole.
We owe it to this city to do the best we can in this position. As homicide detectives, that responsibility is all the more serious.
Always the politician.
It's not political, it's practical. Maybe the men combing Hollywood Boulevard after the Elizabeth Short murder were more interested in sniffing out booze than the clues that would have led to her killer.
Yeah, well, if only you'd been there, choir boy. Betty Short would be alive, the Japs would have spared Pearl Harbor, our ancestors wouldn't have tasted the forbidden fruit.
Minor syntactical error, Detective Galloway. I never claimed to be able to prevent crimes. I only suggested a proficiency in solving them. Guess that's the drink slowing you down.
Oh my God, brother, oh brother. It's worse than I could ever have imagined.
Continue to respond, KGP, L.A Central Unit. The citizen reports a man with a gun.
Pô, mas isto é um a cada cena? Siga, então. É muito longe, não? Se for muito longe, cagamos nisso. Não. Mais ou menos ao mesmo caminho. Siga, bora lá aquele. E depois damos TP com ele. Tens de analisar bem as merdas. O problema é que, tipo, o good cop é supostamente quando eles tipo dizem o que nós queremos. O bad cop é quando tipo eles estão a encher chouriços, né? E quando estão a mentir, usamos o lie. Bro, eu nunca consigo distinguir nenhum deles. That's the problem, man. That's the fucking problem, mate. Ele. Estamos aqui. Ali, upas.
KGPL to any Central unit. The citizen reports a man with a gun on Grand between 4th and 5th. Any...
Please, you gotta call for help. He doesn't look real good.
Quick, what happened?
Some punk held up my stand. This guy tried to help and got a bullet for his trouble. He got hit and hightailed it through the parking lot. Get going!
Me ajuda, bro.
Don't go to sleep on me. Get me back in close.
Officer needs help, 103 and view.
You come any closer, I'll pull the trigger.
Put the weapon down now.
What the hell? What are you waiting for, Phelps? Up and at him.
You goddamn bum!
Ele não morreu, bro. Right? Ninguém morre com 2 tiros no braço, mano.
Car 11K calling KGPL. Shots fired. Suspect is down. We're code 4, but I need an ambulance on Grand between 4th and 5th Streets.
11K, roger on your ambulance. All units be advised the suspect is down on Grand between 4th and 5th Streets. Repeat, the suspect is down.
You know the way. You can drive.
Vai ver a platina deste jogo? Who knows? Who knows? Okay. Ah, isto é a casa da mulher, né?
I'll try the back door. Wait here a second.
Oh, janela partida. Well,
Side window's been jimmied. Looks like somebody's creeped the joint.
righty. Escritório. Óculos de aviador.
Probably nothing.
Malas feitas e o caralho. O que é isto? Chaves. Não interessa. sapato no meio do chão.
Size 9s. Above average for a lady.
E tínhamos size 8 no crime scene,
Doesn't
né?
look like anything.
Man. Por isso, se encontramos man case. Janela partida.
Burglar used the pry bar. Why did you kick the door in?
You think I'm gonna climb through a broken window in a $30 suit? You got another thing coming, Buster.
Good point. Oxidol. Palavra roupa. Mais. Nada aqui. Aqui a sala. Telefone. Quarto. Anel.
Tiffany. The rest of the stuff is junk. Might explain the missing ring.
A escova para a Karina do Guabalo.
A regular Amelia Earhart in her day. The ring looks distinctive.
Isto é o quê? O que é isto?
Optimistic, Cole.
É um secador. Um secador. Está tudo visto.
Help me out.
Nobody home. Don't be shy, Phelps. If we want something on this broad, we're gonna have to search the place.
Já exploramos tudo. Só se for cá fora, o que é que falta? Alto. If you sober up, you can find
Celine
me
and
at
Jacob are
apartment
obviously having problems.
1060 Hunter
Speaks to
Drive,
motive.
telephone, Jacob.
Crime scene evidence still weighs against it being the husband, but Jacob could give us something to go on. One of my exes drank like this, you'd be feeling the back of my hand.
Call in burglary and get technical services out here. I'll talk to the neighbors.
Don't take all day about it, Phelps. I get nasty when I'm thirsty. Galloway, homicide, badge number 564. Requesting technical services for a suspected 459 at 142 North Union.
Olá, Nina.
LAPD. Are you acquainted with Celine Henry, Miss?
Horgan. Jennifer Horgan. I've known Celine for more than 10 years. Our children grew up together. What's going on, officer?
Did you see Mrs. Henry go out last night?
Well, I'm no busybody, you understand, but Celine had been drinking, and she and poor, long-suffering Jacob had a terrible row. I think Jacob may have given her a black eye. He stormed out, and she went back inside.
Did he come back?
No. Celine was listening to music and shouting until she left around 10 p.m. She was very drunk to have been driving. But she is not the sort of person you can stop from doing something when her dander is up. What is this about, officer? Is Celine all right?
I'm afraid Mrs. Henry has been murdered, ma'am.
Murdered? Oh, my God. I'm afraid I need to go and sit down.
Ou seja, ela saiu de casa para ir ter com o Jacob. Sus. Is Jacob the murderer? Don't know.
Let's see what Jacob has to say for himself.
I don't think Jacob is our man, but we should see what he has to say.
Jacob Henry had a violent argument with his wife last night. He's looking more and more likely.
For my money, if the broad keeps the house looking like that, she's probably deserved it. The skipper says bring him in. We'll keep the hacks off our backs for a while.
Fine by me.
So it ain't the werewolf killer after all. Good to see you've come to your senses, Cole.
I always said work the evidence. I only stipulated a connection to the BD killer as an avenue of investigation we should leave open. And as far as I'm concerned, it still is.
Okay, Phelps, we go in hard. You follow my lead.
Ok. Pistola na mão, mesmo para dar cana. Pumba.
You Jacob Henry?
Yeah. Who's asking?
LAPD.
Your mother.
You're under arrest for the murder of your wife, Celine Henry.
Murder? Celine?
Save the dramatics
Oh, my
for
God.
RKO, pal. You got bigger problems.
What the hell are you talking about? You come in here, you tell me that Celine is...
Take a seat, Mr. Henry.
she's-
We're going to have a look around, then we'll talk.
Jesus, I'm sorry.
Ok, começamos pela sala.
I get even the slightest hint that you're
The alcoholic
Nothing
witness.
significant.
Nada no lixo.
I
Papel.
think the atmosphere's thick in
Oh.
here. Wait till you try the gas chamber. He'll be back in a minute. Just sit tight.
The oldest problem there is, what to do about the old lady.
Thanks for the offer. Need to... qualquer coisita. Que era aquilo? Deadly threat note. Written by Jacob concerning wife. Então ele ameaçou-a? Good to know. Licença. Sapato. Devon.
Size 11s.
Então, não foi o sapato encontrado no local, hein? Aqui ao fundo tem uma... taco.
I don't think so.
You don't think so? Alrighty. Pá, não há muito mais para procurar. Vamos falar com o homem. Olá, Sr. Jacob.
So who could have killed Celine? Where did she go last night, Jacob?
A bar, I suppose. Look, I don't know.
We get the impression that Celine liked to live the glamorous life. How did she end up with a hump like you, Jacob?
Celine was one of the first woman pilots. She hung out with movie stars and royalty. But when she came back here broke and struggling, she married a mechanic. Put a roof over her head, food on the table. Not glamorous, but the best I could do. I'm not ashamed about that.
When did you last see your wife, Mr. Henry?
Last night. I went to see her. We talked. Things got a little out of hand. I left.
You don't remember what time you last saw your wife alive?
Look, I'm sorry. I left. Maybe 9 p.m. Might have been a little later, but right around 9.
Why did you kill her, Jacob? Things will go better if you come clean about it.
That's a lousy thing to say. I never gave up on my wife.
I don't believe you, Jacob. I think you didn't have the guts to do it yourself, so you had someone else do it.
You want to back that up with something, Big Mouth? Huh?
It's nothing personal. I'm just doing my job. You understand that? You went to her house, you fought, you beat her, she left, and then you followed her.
I left first. She tried to batter me with a frying pan. I had to slap her down.
Understandable.
So you can prove that you came back here after you left your wife's place.
I came back here. I was here all night. Start work at 6:30. I'm not the going out type.
So you were here, tucked up in bed, while someone was out there beating your wife's brains out. That's all you've got?
Talk to the bartender at the Bomba Club. He'll tell you he called here last night, and I answered the phone.
We're still going to need you to come downtown, Mr. Henry.
We can get this all down on paper, Jacob. How you got fed up with your wife and how you figured killing her would bury all your troubles.
Kill my own wife?
She was a lush and a tramp, and you just couldn't stand it anymore.
Shut your goddamn mouth.
So now you're going to tell me you loved her? Ah, the DA goes all gooey over remorse, Jacob.
Olha.
You're not being rational.
Oh, mandou uma chapada.
Doesn't look good for you, Jacob.
Call it in and get a squad car dispatched. And check for messages. I'll keep old Slugger here company.
Que caiu? O quadro.
Operator, give me R&I.
Putting you through now.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help you,
Detective?
I need a patrol unit to transport a suspect back to Central.
Certainly, Detective.
Any messages for me?
Yes, Detective. In regards to the Celine Henry homicide, the owner of the Turkey Bowl restaurant at 1535 West 3rd Street says the victim was at his restaurant last night.
Turkey Bowl restaurant. We'll check it out.
You have a message from the coroner. Do you wish to be put through?
Yes, ma'am.
Carruthers,
It's Phelps.
I've completed the autopsy. Several wounds to the head from a blunt metal instrument. Closest match would be a socket wrench handle.
So the cause of death was the blunt...
No, the blows to the head surprisingly were not fatal. Death was from hemorrhage and shock from the fractured ribs and multiple injuries caused by the stomping.
Anything else?
He's some kind of sex fiend. The tissues of the anus were bruised about 1/8 of an inch, but no trace of semen in the anus, vagina, or stomach.
Thanks, Doc.
Assim, enfio-lhe o quê? Pelo assim.
You can drive.
Termos de interrogatório não somos lá muito bons.
Carruthers said she took a real pounding.
Maybe if he had been a little firmer in the beginning, he wouldn't be in this situation now.
I imagine that Neanderthal routine is a big hit with the ladies, Galloway.
Women love me, Phelps. I have no complexity. They know exactly what they're going to get.
LAPD, Phelps and Galloway. We're working a murder case. Mrs. Celine Henry, you called in?
Yeah, the name's Jonesco. This is my place.
You saw Mrs. Henry in here last night?
Until about 1 a.m., having dinner with a friend.
Doing more drinking than eating.
You got that straight.
Mrs. Henry was seen leaving another establishment in the company of a man. Did the two of them come here?
Yeah, I remember seeing her with a guy.
Did you see them leave?
They got into his old Pontiac. Dull brown colored. I got to look at the license plate. 2B8899.
You have a name? Description, maybe? Come on, Mr. Nesco. We need something more to go on.
Smallish guy. Maybe 5'7". Dark complexion. Latin looking.
What time did the two of them leave?
Around 2 a.m. They were talking pretty loud. She had a black eye. Said her husband gave it to her. Said she was going to have him committed.
Was she a regular in here?
No. I mean, I wouldn't have recognized her face among the usual crowd.
Was the place busy last night?
Sure was.
So how come you paid so much attention to her?
She had something. For an older broad, I mean. Not good looking, but vivacious, full of life. I've always found that kind good in the sack. I was thinking about trying my luck, but that guy she was with had her wrapped up tight.
We'll be in touch, Mr. Nesco. Thanks for your time.
Foi, gato. Posso usar o telefone? Não posso? Com licença. Onde é que está o filho da puta do telefone? É isto.
Operator, message for KGPL.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need a registered owner on a license plate, 2boy8899.
Yes, Detective. The plate belongs to a brown 1936 Pontiac. Registered owner is one Alonzo Mendez of 402 South Fremont Street, apartment 16.
Thanks. Any other messages?
One, Detective. From Captain Donnelly. He wants any and all suspects returned to Central. Interviews to be set up immediately.
Got it. We're coming in. Thanks.
Vamos ao apartamento do homem primeiro.
I can't decide between the two.
Oh.
Where the hell's he going with that?
Look, Pops, just hand over the money, okay?
All right, young fellow, okay. Hold your horses. I'm getting the money.
I ain't afraid to drill you, you know.
Hey, careful with that trigger fingernail. You look the nervous type.
Plug the old bastard, Lefty. If I gotta come in there, I'm spraying lead, you old coot.
LAPD, drop the weapon!
Running.
Vai de brinca. Ah, tá. Que random. Que random, bro. Se não dá? Não, parece que não. Ai! O gajo saiu, coitada da mulher, bro. What the fuck?
He could be at that, but you don't want to cross the skipper, Phelps. Not a great move in your first day. He wants Henry re-interviewed. How'd you like losing your cherry, rookie?
It might be my first day here, but I've had extensive experience on other desks in the department. I think you're aware of that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you've been a pain in the ass before today as well.
And I shall continue to be until the end of time. Alonzo Mendez. Sound like a man who moonlights as the werewolf?
Don't sound like a man I'd let my daughter anywhere near.
You've got a daughter.
Spend enough time drinking, Cole, you'll find yourself with any number of things you don't want when you're sober.
So that's why you never sober up.
Exactly.
Let's go.
Mendez, apartment 16.
Quarto floor.
Here, the apartment's up on the top floor.
Uno. Dos. Três. E pronto.
Don't bother knocking, just kick the door in.
Yeah.
Take a look around and see what you can find.
Not much help.
Mas podiam ter feito uma janela aqui, cara.
Don't think this is any use to us.
Eia, bro.
Brothers could match the color and brand of the body. Consistent with Celine's injuries, and the blood can be typed.
We have the murder weapon. We better get Pinker down here.
Why keep it? Why not throw it away?
Think these clowns are geniuses? Thank your stars you caught a break, and Captain Donald will begin to like you.
Hey, what gives? LAPD, you're under arrest.
Hey,
Do not lose that son of a bitch. I'll go get our wheels.
Mendez, stop right there! You don't need to do this, Alonzo!
Caralho.
Get in and drive.
Entra dentro do carro, bro. Entra! No shit, Sherlock. O gajo não entrava dentro do carro.
We have the murder weapon. We better get Pinker down here.
Why keep it? Why not throw it away?
Think these clowns are geniuses? Thank your stars you caught a break, and Captain Donald will begin to like you.
Hey, what gives? LAPD, you're under arrest.
Do not lose that son of a bitch. I'll go get our wheels.
Mendez, stop right there! You don't need to do this, Alonzo!
Por que as fugas são sempre pelos telhados?
Get in and drive.
Bro, what the fuck? O quê? O comando está fodido e não coisa? O triângulo? Ele não entra dentro do carro, bro. Ele não fucking entra dentro do carro. Olha. Oh, bro, o gajo não entra dentro do carro, mano. A sério?
We have the murder weapon. We better get Pinker down here.
Why keep it? Why not throw it away?
Think these clowns are geniuses? Thank your stars you caught a break, and Captain Donald will begin to like you.
Aí um momento já.
What gives? LAPD, you're under arrest.
Nice.
Do not lose that son of a bitch. I'll go get our wheels.
O
Mendez, stop right there!
E eu não consigo entrar dentro do carro.
You don't need to do this, Alonzo!
Get in and drive.
Não dá, Zé. Olhem para isso. Está bugado. Está nice. Está nice. Está very nice, bro. Yeah, vamos ter de fazer o caso todo. Chato, vamos que não por aqui. Eu vou off camera adiantar até aqui. Porquê? Porque o jogo bugou, né? Eu adoro. Por isso, vamos ficar por aqui. Eu off camera adianto o caso até esta perseguição. Adianto o caso até esta perseguição e depois na próxima stream arrancamos, ok? Por isso é chato, obrigado a todos. Pronto, não terminou como eu queria, né? Porque eu queria acabar este caso hoje, mas pronto, agradeçam ao jogo e à minha habilidade de buscar os jogos sempre todos, ok? Já te vemos numa próxima, até lá, fiquem bem e até à próxima.